Well, here we go again, everybody. Yeah, this is your Uncle Don, so let's sing some more songs together, huh? All right, first we'll sing about Little Tommy Tucker. Little Tommy Tucker sings for his supper. What shall he eat? White bread and butter. How will he cut it without e'er a knife? Well, how can he marry without e'er a wife? Remember the one about sneezing on the different days of the week? Oh, that's a good one. If you sneeze on a Monday, you sneeze for danger. Sneeze on a Tuesday, you're gonna kiss a stranger. Sneeze on a Wednesday, sneeze for a letter. Sneeze on a Thursday, something better. Sneeze on a Friday, you sneeze for sorrow. Sneeze on a Saturday, joy for tomorrow. And little Curly Locks, will you ever forget her? Oh, curly locks, wilt thou be mine? Thou shalt not wash dishes, nor yet feed the swine, but sit on a cushion and sew a fine seam, and feed upon strawberries, sugar, and cream. And, oh, say, here's the one I got about a ship a-sailing. Oh, this is a good one, too. Oh, I saw a ship a-sailing on the sea, and oh, it was all laden with pretty things for thee. There were comfits in the cabin, and apples in the hold, and the sails were made of silk, and the masts were made of gold, and 24 sailors that stood between the decks were 24 mice with chains about their necks, and the captain was a duck with the packet on his back. And when the ship began to move, the captain said, quack, quack. And here's one I'm never going to forget. Oh, what are little boys made of? What are little boys made of? Oh, snakes and snails and puppy dogs' tails. That's what little boys are made of. I don't really believe that, though. No. And what are little girls made of? What are little girls made of? Oh, sugar and spice and everything nice. That's what little girls are made of. And here's a little tongue twister for you. Oh, she sells seashells by the seashell shore. Oh, the shells she sells are seashore shells, of that I'm sure. She sells seashells by the shell seashore. Oh, the seashore shells she sells by the seashell shore. And then wee Willie Winky runs through the town, upstairs, downstairs, in his nightgown, rapping at the window, crying through the locks, are the children in their beds? For now it's 8 o'clock. Well, here we go again, everybody. Yes, sir, this is Uncle Don, and we're going to sing The Frog Went A-Courtin', and when we come to the part that goes, you're supposed to sing that with me. Will you do it? All right, here we go. Oh, the frog went a-courtin' and he did ride. That's it. Frog went a-courtin' and he did ride with a sword and a pistol by his side. He rode up to Lady Mouse's hall. He rode up to Lady Mouse's hall, and he gave a loud knock and he gave a loud call. I can just hear that old frog calling, can't you? Ugh, 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 like that. Said he, Lady Mouse, are you within? Oh, yes, kind sir, I sit and spin. Please raise the latch and walk right in. Only she said that in mouse talk, you know, like this. That's mouse talk. Well, I speak it with a little accent, but that's mouse talk. Frog took Lady Mouse upon his knee. Frog took Lady Mouse upon his knee, and he said, Lady Mouse, will you marry me? Oh, not without Uncle Rat's consent. Not without Uncle Rat's consent would I marry the president. And Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides. Yeah, Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides. Think his niece would soon be a bride. And Lady Mouse came a-trippin' down the stairs. Lady Mouse came a-trippin' down, fell all over her wedding gown. There are verses to this song galore. There are verses to this song galore. Make 'em up yourself if you want any more. I like that. Oh, say, do you remember the one about the three little kittens? Oh, three little kittens, they lost their mittens and they began to cry. Meow, 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 our mittens we have lost. What? Lost your mittens, you naughty kittens? Then you can have no pie. Meow, 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 no, you can have no pie. Then three little kittens, they found their mittens and they began to cry. Oh, mother dear, see here, our mittens we have found. What? Found your mittens, you dear little kittens? Then you can have some pie. Oh, meow, meow, yes, you can have some pie. They had quite a time with their mittens, didn't they? Well, here we go again with some more songs. First, about the little old woman tossed up in a basket. Remember that one? There was an old woman tossed up in a basket, 17 times as high as the moon. Where she was going, I could not but ask it, for in her hand she carried a broom. Old woman, old woman, old woman, said I, whither, oh, whither, oh, whither so high? To sweep the cobwebs off the sky, and I'll be back again by and by. Oh, here's one I bet you all know. Oh, dear, dear, what can the matter be, dear, dear? What can the matter be, oh, dear? What can the matter be, Johnny, so long at the fair? He promised to buy me a bunch of blue ribbons. He promised to buy me a bunch of blue ribbon. Promised to buy me a bunch of blue ribbon to tie up my bonny brown hair. Oh, here's one about a little robin. Oh, this I bet you'll like. Little robin redbreast sat upon a tree. Up went pussycat and down came he. Down came the pussycat, the way the robin ran, said, Little robin redbreast, catch me if you can. Little robin redbreast jumped upon the wall. Pussycat jumped after him and nearly had a fall. Little robin chirped and sang, and what did Pussy say? Pussycat said, meow, and the robin flew away. Oh, Peter Piper. You know Peter Piper? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked, if Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? I like that one, don't you? And here's one about Tweedledee. Oh, Tweedledee and Tweedledum resolved to have a battle, for Tweedledum said Tweedledee had spoiled his nice new rattle. Just then flew by a monstrous crow as big as a tar barrel, which frightened both the heroes so they quite forgot their quarrel. And here's a dandy. I bet your daddy knows this song. He probably sings it when he goes to club meetings. Oh, one grasshopper jumped right over the other grasshopper's back. Oh, one grasshopper jumped right over the other grasshopper's back. One grasshopper jumped right over the other grasshopper's back. And the other grasshopper jumped right over the other grasshopper's back. Oh, they were only playing leap frog, and they were only playing leap frog. Oh, they were only playing leap frog, so the other grasshopper jumped right over the other grasshopper's back. Well, hello, everybody. Well, here we go. Now I have a song for you that takes an awful lot of wind. But if you want to try and sing it with me, it's all right. Maybe you won't do it the first time, but you keep on trying till you can. Oh, boy, this humdinger is called The Green Grass Grew All Around. Here's the way it goes. There was a little tree, and it grew in the woods. 'Twas the cutest tree that you ever did see. A tree in the woods, and the woods in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and on this tree There was a little limb, 'twas the cutest limb that you ever did see. A limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and on this limb there was a little twig, 'twas the cutest twig that you ever did see. A twig on a limb, and a limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and on this twig there was a little nest, 'twas the cutest nest that you ever did see. A nest on a twig, and a twig on a limb, and a limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and in this nest there was a little egg, 'twas the cutest egg that you ever did see. An egg in a nest on a twig, and a twig on a limb, and a limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and in this egg there was a little bird that hadn't started to get hard yet, the cutest bird you ever did see. A bird in the egg in the nest on a twig, and a twig on a limb, and a limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and on this bird there was a little wing, 'twas the cutest wing that you ever did see. A wing on a bird, and a bird in the egg in the nest on a twig, and a twig on a limb, and a limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and on this wing there was a little feather, that's where you get your breath, the cutest feather that you ever did see. A feather and a wing, and a bird in the egg in the nest on a twig, and a twig on a limb, and a limb on a tree, in the woods, in the ground. Are you all singing this right along with me? And the green grass grew all round, and on this feather there was a little bug, 'twas the cutest bug that you ever did see. A bug on a feather, and a wing, on a bird in the egg in the nest on a twig, on a limb, on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round, and on this bug there was a little eye, 'twas the cutest eye that you ever did see. An eye on a bug on a feather, and a wing, on a bird in the egg in the nest on a twig, on a limb, on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, green grass grew all round, and on this eye there was a little eye winker, 'twas the cutest eye winker that you ever did see. Eye winker on the eye, and the eye on a bug on a feather, and a wing, on a bird in the egg in the nest on a twig, on a limb, on a tree, in the woods, in the ground, and the green grass grew all round, and the green grass grew all round. Woo, boy.